YouTube is firing up.
Alrighty.
I thought Facebook was too, but now it's gotten fickle. I'm going to hit a refresh page. I don't know what's up with that. There we go.
It's got an ad. That's different.
Yeah, now that we're monetizing,
Okay.
it will be there.
Cool.
Don't you know
Oh, I'm supposed to be up at the front today, aren't I?
I don't know. Does that mean you're going to be up here with me talking up to the front?
Yeah, for just a minute.
Okay, I didn't understand what up the front meant. Yes.
Part 4 of Precision Playing.
wake up miles round? Don't you know what first day inside? Midnight downtown. Don't forget your sunset behind. It's all in favor, locked up in sables, where we align. It's tango cable, it's clanging sleigh bells, where we unwind.
Have you gone live on Facebook yet, honey?
I have.
There it is.
Remember last year, it's still in my head. You kissed my hair and said what you say. Remember my fear, it's still in my head. I waited for so long.
Thank you for putting the call-in number on Facebook.
You are welcome.
Last year,
Did you pop it up on the screen?
Yeah.
You were ahead of me. I was just doing it too. And I looked over and I said, how could it be there? I just hadn't clicked on it.
Because I read your mind, darling.
I know.
I know, I scare
It's
you.
terrific Thursday, apparently.
Okay, doing a time check. We've got 55. Woo! Wow, YouTube is only like 3 seconds behind.
Damn.
And
Maybe now that
Facebook,
we're, excuse me,
Facebook's quite a bit behind.
I say now that we're monetized, they're going to give us better service, maybe.
Awesome. Yeah, it looks like Facebook is at least 25 seconds behind YouTube. So your best bet today is to be in YouTube land. Let me give you that link on Facebook in case you want to join us over there. How's everybody doing today?
See, do we have anybody out there with us? We had somebody about 45 minutes ago when I checked the chat. Yasha. Upedaya.
What chat was that?
It came in earlier on the chat on YouTube.
Oh.
The asker, she is at 1 p.m. Easter time.
Oh, that's where your comment came in, because I had no idea what that was about.
Yeah, it was there earlier. That's one long, nasty URL there.
Oh, I wouldn't put that up there.
I know what I was going to say. What we got to do is maybe if we want to put something up, we use a URL converter where it has a short word.
Okay.
So we'll have to make a point of getting a URL converter, like Tiny URL. There's some others out there. If you want them to be branded.
Don't you know what first day inside? Midnight downtown. Don't forget your sunset behind. It's all in favor. Locked up in tables where we it's tangled cable, it's clanging slipper, where we unwind. Remember last year, it's still in my head. You kissed my hair and said what you say. Remember my fear, it's still in my head. I waited for so long, but you didn't care.
Everybody's in a quiet mood today. They're just enjoying the music, I think, honey.
It is very relaxing, isn't it, before we get started?
I don't know, it's so relaxing, I might be sleeping.
Not likely.
I like this song though, it is pretty.
Why do you suppose they got a name like Firefall?
It reminds me of Yosemite.
Yeah, that's right. There was the Firefall back before your day, wasn't there?
There was a firefall, but then there is still the one spot where the sun will come up at a certain time of day once a year in February. And that's also firefall, where they take those beautiful pictures. It looks like fire falling.
I know what you're talking about. I know from where you speaketh. I didn't know it was the day in February, but yeah, when the sunrise is just right where it hits on the waterfall.
Now, one of these days we'll actually be up there for that, and I might even get over my I don't like snow.
You'll do it for Kaliki.
No, I'll do it for a photo. Hello, Larry. Did you bring us an apple today? Hi, Sandra. No, it's not Friday yet. That's tomorrow.
Feels like Friday. Maybe we're wishing for Friday.
Fun Friday. That reminds me. We've got some fun Friday fun coming up.
Yes, Grace is going to be speaking about Friday in just a little bit.
Yeah, let me switch on over.
You've taken off your headset.
Join you.
Greeting, Bridge friends. Michael here at BridgeHands. And wait a second.
Hi.
Look who is joining me today. The person from the control room. She who must be obeyed.
That's
Cassandra.
me. What? Who? We'll talk later.
Yes, Grace. Go for it.
Alrighty, so it's going to be about Fun Friday. We've got a little bit of something different in store for you, and we are going to have what we call the ABCs, and that's going to be Ask Bridge Questions Club. So what I need you to all do for me, and I'm going to have control, she who must be obeyed, Grace, of the email. So you're going to email support@bridgehands.com. Give me your best questions, and we're going to give those to Michael tomorrow on Fun Friday. So we
Gulp.
will resume your regularly scheduled programming, and I give you Michael.
What are the 5 types of questions?
Who, what, where, when, and why.
Especially the why, because that kind of shows us that what's our thinking on this? Why is this important? Why don't we do this? So yeah, those would be great questions.
Okay.
We'll look for them coming tomorrow. Yummy.
Okay, and in the meantime, I'm going back to the control room.
Okay. So, and if you didn't know, Cassandra was a mythical Greek goddess who could see the future, but when she would say what the future was going to be, it was never good news, and so they thought she was the one that made bad things happen. So no, we don't want those at the bridge table, that's for sure. So I guess going right on with our hands, a little bit of background before we start though. You remember this is a online, bridge base online, or BBO as they like to call it. And depending upon the time of day or night, there could be a varying number of players. There's also the BBO tournaments where you're playing against the robots, the bots. And so there'll be 3 bots to your left or right and your partner, as well as there'll be another human at the other tables and having the same identical situation on this duplicate form of play. But this one wasn't. This one was playing against other players. And I don't know if I've said this before, but you play 15 minutes to play 3 boards. That's 5 minutes per board on average. If somebody takes 7 minutes on the first board, you know, you're starting to, director, this person's going a little bit slow. Yeah, it's not like if you're playing face-to-face where it might be 10 minutes in a social bridge game because there's a lot of chitty chat. Is bridge a social game? I don't know. We hope it has some. But, you know, it's a time when we're focused on the cards because it is, after all, somewhat of a cerebral game also. So when it comes to this last 3 rounds, we go to another virtual table and we're playing against another pair. And the last pair, the first thing I noticed was next to one of the names, there was a star. A star means that they're beyond the expert level, they're world class. Meaning that, yeah, they have something where they played in international tournaments, they're of acclaim, and they've gone to Bridge Base, and they said, you know, I am of the certain ilk that I should be able to be a star. And so it's good to know when someone comes to your table is what is their level. You remember we talked about the ecosystem, the vulnerability, and all these different things we think about the seat that we're bidding in. And so, yeah, here's a situation where I see the person in the north, I'm sitting east, has a star. And their partner on the other side, you know, you could have a number like 1 where you only have, I don't know, 5 or 10 master points you've made on bridge base. Doesn't mean you don't have thousands, but you haven't made there on bridge base. Or maybe you get up to be 5 or 10 where you've got, you know, 300 to 500 master points. Some of them are 20s. Some of them are where they've done very well. They've got a jack, queen, king, or there's only 1 ace allowed. So you can take a look at the ratings and get some feel for the level of the people you're playing against. So here we've got a star to the right and a level 4, which I think is a client. Are you familiar with client bridge? Client bridge is where the pro makes money by playing at the pleasure of having another person that they're kind of mentoring. Can't mentor too much during play, of course, but after it's over, you can do that, and you can learn from the pro. So this is the way, just like in golf, they make money by being on the tour, but in a game like bridge, is that either in a duplicate game or in a tournament where they travel to another state, and they say, well, you pick up my my lodging, my fees, and so on. And this is probably what's going on there. So I think we've got a great player to the right, and one that's maybe more the emerging player, I'm guessing, to my left. So that's good to know, and I just wanted to kind of get that ahead of us before we got started. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up hand number 10, and let's go ahead and dig right in. And if you got some questions as we go through this, let us know. We look forward to your comments.
You want to go ahead and give the call-in number?
Yeah, why don't we do that? That's a good place to start. So let me go ahead and get to the Deep Finesse screen. I'll get myself in the lower left there. And a Control B, I think, is... oh, I have to hit F1, Control B. There we go.
And you're not in the corner.
5, 6, 3,
9,
2, 1, 8, 5. Okay. Call in.
We're waiting.
Now,
We have operators
are standing by. So anyway, that's our call-in number. If I get somebody to kind of help kibitz with me, won't ask a lot of tough questions, but that'll be kind of fun. Makes it always more interesting when we can get somebody that can join us there, and we'll patch you right through on the telephone. So, okay, here's the first hand, and why don't we go ahead and, let's see, East is going to be the dealer. Let's just show the East hand to get started. And that's my hand. I'm sitting over in East, and I'm thinking 4-4-3-2. Okay, it looks like the hands are pretty flat so far, at least by mine, but mine's the first bit, so who knows. But no points to speak of there, so it's certainly a pass, and we're going to go to the South hand. And South has some values. Now remember, this is the person with the level 4, and they are playing with a star player, world class to the north. And that can be kind of intimidating. If you played with somebody that's much better than you, or the other way, and they feel that way, it can be like, oh, I want to do well, but man, I played 9 hands. This is hand number 10. Maybe we're only like 40-some%. We're not even 50%. And I'm playing with a pro. Is he going to play with me again? And so, yeah, this is a chance to make a bid. Grace. Oh, she says she doesn't see me there. Well, you wanted this other screen. I just like... Women are so demanding.
I want it all.
Okay, so there we go. Michael's here with you. Howdy. So, okay, so the South hand, they're thinking, well, let's take a look at the points here, first of all. Now, remember one more thing. This is second seat. Oh, by the way, I guess I should have said all. Gosh, I can do better than that. All. Everybody's vulnerable this time. So, okay, which are we going to do here? We got 6 points in spades. King, I'll give it discount by 1, make that 2. Jack third, no. And I think 2 distribution points because that lovely ace, king, queen. So anything beyond 4, add another 2. So 8, 9, 10. Huh. Boy, I don't know. I guess a lot of people, I think, are going to make a preempt. Some might want to open 1 spade. I wouldn't judge them too harshly. Let's take a look and see, is that suit semi-self-sustaining? Is the suit quality 9? Meaning, is the length and the honors add up to 9? Yeah, it is 6 long plus 3. And you can know almost by looking at it, yeah, it looks like it's not going to lose more than 1 trick in that hand. So let's go ahead and now start using losing trick count. We have a semi-self-sustained suit without even having our partner bid with us. So we got 1 loser in spades, 3 in hearts, 3 in diamonds, and we just don't know there. But let's say it was a loser. That would be an 8 loser hand. You get 8 loser hands all the time if you look at them. So it's not a terrible hand. Oftentimes when we have a 12 to 14 points, there's 7 losers if it's a 5-3-3-2 shape. If you have a 5-4-2-2, you may only have a 6 loser hand. If it's a 5-4-3-1, even though it's 12 to 14, it may be even a 5 loser hand if your partner supports. So at any rate, they bid 2 spades. And what is the worst and the best seat to preempt? And we've talked about this before. The worst is second seat because there's only 2 seats after you. So it's 50% that you're going to preempt your partner. You know, in first seat, where I was at, there were 3 seats. So it's only a 25% that I'm going to somehow make a preempt bid that will affect my partner. So second seat is the lousiest seat. Third seat, you can't hurt anybody because your partner's already, like I am, it would be a passed hand, right? Okay, so that is it would be. They decided to go 2 spades. And you know, when you're playing with somebody who's much better or much worse than you may want to use that as a bit of a factor. You might say, not that you want to take, what would you say, take the candy away from the children, you know. You don't want to do psychs or things like that. It would be totally unethical to do it against somebody that would be lesser. But if you have somebody better and you say, well, I'm going to mix it up, I'm going to make them guess even more, well, okay. So anyway, 2 spades was their bid. And we have all these things that go in the back of our mind. Grace.
Bernice says, spade opener promises 5, so only 1 extra point for the 6th one, question mark?
Well, a spade does show 5, but if you bid 2 spades, it typically shows a 6-card suit, and it's preemptive, meaning you do not have an opening hand, that you've got a pretty lousy hand. This outside king, we can't really value it. If the king could be valued as if your partner's got an ace or a queen doubleton, then it's a pretty good card. So, okay, I hope that helps. Now, I was going to go over to my partner over in the west hand, and my partner has got some values. It's a 5-4-3-1. Yep, I would have a flat hand, but there's somebody who also is not a flat hand. Now that we see a 6-card suit, it's more likely. And my partner's got ace, queen, 10, 5 times in clubs, 10, 9, 4 times in diamonds, 10 third in hearts, and a singleton ace, the stamp card, as it's called, in spades. If you ever look at a deck and you see that there's a distinctive marking on the ace of spades, that's because that used to be the card where tax was collected, and the British, I think, started it and said, you don't get an ace of spades, you don't manufacture aces, you'll get them from us and you'll pay a tax, because that's a sin tax. Yes, Grace. It's okay. It's okay. I don't think they need to see me each and every instance, but thank you. Okay, so over here, I think we're just going to pass. There is, yeah, especially if it was like 2 diamonds or something, maybe you have the heart suit, but no, we're going to have to pass. And back to north. Now the pro is going to come in. What are they going to do? Oh, they've got a nice hand. It's a 5-3-3-2. And in hearts, there is 8 plus 1 more for the 5th card. A nice suit. You got entries there. Nothing in the club suit. And your partner, remember, is preempted, so you're not expecting much there except spades. You got another 4 for the ace of diamonds. And you're glad that you've got a 10. And, oh, a double 10. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So some people, do you want to bid? Well, if you did want to bid, your bid would be hopefully 2 no trump. 3 hearts would be forcing. Remember the old RONF? Never heard of that one? A raise is the only non-forcing bid. I guess you should have a B there. Raise only non-forcing. And that means is that if I bid 3 spades, my partner suit, that is not forcing. If I bid anything else, 2 no trump, 3 clubs, whatever, 3 bananas, it's forcing. If you don't play that way, then you have to alert it to your opponents that it is just a play. Okay, any rate, they pass. And I would agree, although you do have some nice working on the side suit, I don't think so. I guess if you wanted to ask your partner, what do? You bid 2 no trump and says, tell me more about your hand. And depending on whether you're playing traditional or the August convention, the partner will, in this case, if you said 2 no trump, show an outside ace or king. I guess you would say 3 clubs because you got a really good suit, number 1, in spades, and you do have an outside. And maybe you'll be in 3 no trump, and your partner says, oh, I've got ace, queen, third in clubs, and I got the other suits, the red suits covered, and so on and so forth. But they didn't do that. They just passed. So it's over to me, and I'm in balancing seat, but hey, with 7 points and 4 spades to the 7, no, I'm not going to bid. So, yeah, we missed being able to maybe come in at 3 clubs, but that's what preempts are all about. So good for them. So we're ready to play ball. Enough chat. Let's go ahead, and the proof of the pudding is in the eating. And so my partner in the West, it's time to go ahead and make a lead. Let's go ahead and show all four hands. And not going to lead a singleton ace. That would be foolish. I'm not going to lead away from the ace queen, although you don't expect South to have a singleton king. And Grace, yes.
We can only see two hands, Sonny.
Oh, I thought I had all four. Thank you for that. So, okay, we better get all four of those babies. Thanks for catching that, darling.
You're welcome.
Okay, so here we go. The opening lead by the West hand is, let's see what they led, whether we agree or not. They lead in the 10 of hearts. If you look at that little symbol in it, it shows two little dashes. That means you're going to lose two tricks above the contract. So they're going to make their contract +2. They can make 4, depending upon the play of the cards. But the better lead would have been the 10 or something of diamonds. Obviously, you don't want to lead the black aces. So, okay, let's see how that works for us and what predicament I found myself in. So, okay, they led the top of nothing. I've told my partner, lead top of nothing. Certainly at a game contract, at a, one no-trump contract, you may want to need next to top of nothing. But, okay, so it's a 10. And we look at the dummy and my partner's, oh my gosh, what did I lead into? That's why it stopped at 2 spades. There was quite a bit in a suit by the north hand, and yeah, it was hearts, so not so good. But we haven't really materialized why that was a bad lead. Okay, and I play an 8 from 8 queen. All right, now, north hand, remember, is the star player, world class, and the person in south is like, oh my gosh, I better do well on this hand, so let's see how they play it. See what you would do. They lead a 3 of clubs. Yes, they're hoping that maybe it's an ace over in the east hand where I'm sitting, and they would sneak one through. Good try. They go up with the king, hoping the ace was not played from the east, but nope, my partner did have the ace of clubs. So thank you for not playing under leading your ace and letting them win that, or playing the ace either. Neither would be good. Okay, so you're back in, partner. What are you going to lead this time? Another heart. Yeah, well, okay. So that drops my queen. And I guess everybody knows that what the suit break is. It's going to be 5-4-2-2, or I guess it could be, yeah, I guess we know there's 5 in the north and there's 3 over in the east. So it's 5-3-3-2. So my partner knows that what the shape of this is going to turn out. Okay, so what are you going to do now, South? Well, they come in with a spade. Yes, good. Unblock with a 10 and see if you can drive the ace out, which my partner's, yeah, I've got another black ace also. So now you're in a little bit of a problem there. You don't want to really lead hearts, do you, or do you? Oh, I guess, yeah, you could get a rough because you know that there's 3 in South because you saw 5, and I had my doubleton. Queen went on the second. So, yeah, give me a rough. And I take it. Okay, so... But what in the world do I do now? Yeah, I guess I could be playing a club, but they can rough it, and man, those hearts are going to be set up. They can get to the north hand. In what card? Do you see how the entry is going to be there? That beautiful ace of diamonds. And then once you pull trump, you're going to be pitching some diamonds on those nice hearts that my partner has promoted. He didn't know. I can't blame him for not knowing which seed. He's not a psychic. That's up to the Cassandras of the world. Okay, so in this situation, I guess I'm going to have to lead my king of diamonds and knock out the ace. That's the best I can do. So I do. I play the king of diamonds, split my honors, and win with the ace begrudgingly. But you can see no matter what I played had that consequence there of giving up one. So, okay, so they won the ace. A spade is played. They're starting to pull trump. And a heart is played, and I rough it. Another spade. And they play a spade. And a diamond. And I win it with the queen. And they have made 9 tricks, so they've got an over trick. So I guess, I would say is that when you have these types of hands, leads are hard. This won't always be right, but if I was going to lead from 10 third or 10 9 fourth, I think I would probably want to lead away from the 10 9. You just never sure. But in this case, you can see is that once the lead of the heart was there, they were going to make over tricks. Anyway, that was the way it started off. So, okay, so what did we get on that board? We had a 33%. Not what we wanted, but okay, it was not an easy hand. And who knows how that would have turned out in different situations. But let's go ahead and continue onward. Deal. Load deal from file. Looking for number 11. There it is. Okay, so the second of the three hands, that is. This time south is the dealer, number 10, and the vulnerability is with east-west, ourselves. Let's see what this pulls up. And I don't like those X's there. We're going to go ahead and show all four hands this time. And so, south deals. South, your spades aren't quite so good. You've got 6 of them. Jack, 9, 6, 9. I see people sometimes open 2 spades with that. That's kind of ludicrous. Now, yeah, you're not vulnerable versus vulnerable. And if you're playing against somebody that's way much better than you, you may do that. But, you know, your partner may have king double 10 of spades. Says, oh, I'll unblock. They play their king, and it loses. The opponents have the ace king, where you could have set them another contract. Things can get ugly, so please don't open the south hand 2 spades with this type of a hand. In third seat, you do what you want, but not in first or second. Okay, to my partner. My partner has 4, 8, 12, 16. Hey, I think 4 aces only comes up about 1 every 150 times, something like that. And a queen, too. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 18 points. I don't know if I give one for that 5th club because this ace 10 and out, but you got plenty of entries. But yeah, it looks like it's enough that it's more than a 1 no trump opener. But I don't know if you recall, we're playing precision. And so when you've got 16 points or more, you just open 1 club. Well, go figure. Let's see how that works this time. Are they going to come in with the north hand? Yeah, I think so. What is the professional going to bid? Think about what you would bid after 1 club artificial. Could be clubs, could be another suit. And for you, it looks like, yeah, it must be clubs because I only got a singleton queen. So they made a takeout double. So I have values, partner. Maybe we'll find a spade fit if we're lucky. They were lucky, as you can see. So that was a very good bid. And now it comes to mine. Well, my partner, I don't know what a suit is. Yeah, I could bid 1 diamond to show one type of hand. 4 or 5 till 8 is 1 diamond. It shows about 4 to about 7 or 8. If I make a redouble, hey, there's no one redoubles these days, do they? A redouble says it's game forcing. You know, it's like normally if you're playing regular bridge, it would show 10 points or more. But when it's the precision, it just shows, you know, I know you've got 16 or more, so it's just enough for game. And I thought, yeah, I think it's pretty close to being enough for game here. I like my 5, 5, 3, 0. And hopefully my partner's suit is not, what? Spades. Yeah, that would be awful. But, you know, I made a bid, and that was my story. I'm sticking to it. So over to the south after hearing a redouble. I didn't take away any oxygen out of the room. So, okay. Yeah, if I bid 2 hearts, that would have shown something there. But no, I didn't do that. So, okay, so they're going to bid spades. What do you think? 1 spade, 2 spades, 3 spades? I think 1 spades is a little punky to me, but they just did 1 spade. I think 2 spades is what I would bid. I mean, they know that our way, that we have 16 plus, and I'm saying game value. So, you know, make it hard for us to bid. But no, they just played gingerly. Didn't want to realize that North, the pro, knows how to count points. So just bid 1 spade. And so over to my partner with ace 10 3 times says 1 no trump. So I've got 16 or more points. I've heard you do a redouble, and I do have that ace of spades. Okay, to North. What do you suppose North is going to do here? Yeah, well, with the singleton, good roughing value says that, yeah, they're going to go 2 spades. I think the South should have gone 2 spades, and North then should do 3 spades. It would have made it really hard for my partner to do no trump. It probably still would have. So it's 2 spades back to me. Man, what did I get myself into here? So after 2 spades, I bid 3 hearts. I think my partner suit is clubs. I'm sensing that it's probably clubs. So questionably, I do 3 clubs now rather than to do the heart suit. We still have a chance to bid hearts. We'll see if my partner, if that maybe was their suit. So far I've just heard no trump, so it seems balanced and no 5-card major. We may miss him having 3 and me having 5 though. So 3 clubs is my bid, and it's a pass by South, and my partner says, well, 3 no trump. So yeah, 3 no trump is where we're at, and let's see what happens here. Very tough auction, and I'm not sure how it happened at the other table. We might even take a look at how time-wise I have one more hand. We're not going to do that. So okay, so we're going to see what they lead. I don't know what you would lead with that north hand, but your partner supported the suit, so I think leading the king from king-queen is a good lead. And they lead the king. Very nice. My hand is out. My partner pitches a club because you don't need entries to this hand. So yeah, you can go ahead on this other hand over in the west to go ahead and still set up the club suit. But this lead of the 6, this is, oh man, this made up for any good things that luck they had on the last hand. Do not do this to your partner. There are times when you don't want to give your partner a signal, but you don't play high. You don't play low. You play in the middle. I have nothing to say, partner. I'm not going to give you any help. No, if your partner's played the king, that means that they have the queen. And you've got the jack. That's a huge card opposite no trump. And you can see that you can set us by continuing the spades, but because this lousy 6 has been played, let's see what the professional does. I know they're going to talk to him after the fact, but let's see what's going to happen. Well, I say, well, geez, I don't know. I'll play a low. I got something, partner. In South. Uh-oh. You've done it again. You played the 9. Third hand high. You know your partner's got the queen. Well, we just can only thank you more than enough for that indiscretion. Not going up with a jack. Anything else is a losing play. In fact, you lose by 2. Right? You can see a double negative. So my partner is in deep clover at this time. Whereas otherwise, in clubs, somebody's got that queen and the jack of clubs. You may knock out one of them, but I don't think you're going to knock out both of them unless it's queen jack doubleton. So, okay, here we go. So ace of clubs drops the queen, but the jack is still out. Another club. I'm sorry, a club to the king. That takes care of the other one. I misread that one there. And then we've still got the 9 and the 10. So a heart, ace of hearts. The queen of hearts. They don't take it in the north hand. Isn't that interesting? Because they see the entries to set up the dummy once it's happened. So north is doing a good hold back there, hoping that there's no entry in the east hand. The 10 of clubs to the 9. Unfortunately, when you started getting rid of some of the clubs, you didn't have a high enough one. But couldn't you have also done a low to the 9? But no, they kept that king of hearts behind you. So yeah, that's right. Good. And then you don't have another side entry. Yeah. So okay, that's cool, partner. And my partner at this point is claim time, and so yeah, you've got the ace of clubs, ace of spades, the 2 clubs, and the ace of diamonds. So they get 2 plus the 1. You made 3 no trump with an over trick. Whereas I'm sure that the north hand looks at this afterwards and swallowed hard and thought, partner, when I played the king and you didn't give me an encouragement. Like if you did, I would have played the 7, let you play to the jack, and yeah, that was kind of a rough situation there, wasn't it? And by the way, you can't do a holdback. Remember that rule of 7? We take a look at the times we should hold back. We take away 3 from 7. We hold back 4 times. Well, we've only got 3 cards in the suit, so we can't disrupt the communication between the opponents at all anyway. So interesting hand, and let's see, we have one more, I do believe, so let's just jump over to that one before time runs out. And Grace, I can see she's looking at the clock feverishly. Okay, here we go. And I think this was played two ways, and this is, nope, I'm going to have to modify this. Yes, Grace?
Bernice says, wouldn't the 6 of spades be encouraging because the 5-3-2 is missing? Looks encouraging.
It's kind of an in-between card. If you're playing standard attitude, then you would want to play the 9. You don't want to give your partner a guess. It's not like, oh, one's going to make a difference when you got 6 and your partner's supported the suit, so they've got at least 3, right? You've got 6, there's 3. Don't make a fuzzy signal, because your partners always go wrong, and they'll say the same about you. So don't give any chance for it to. And when you're playing with somebody that's a Grand Life Master, it's so easy. They don't give you a chance to make mistakes. Now, if you want to give your partner a chance to make mistakes so you can scold them, that's another story, Bernice. But I don't want to. I want to make it to where my partner is very smart, fun, and maybe a little sexy too. I want them to feel really good about themselves. Okay, so in this situation, let me see, it started off by West. Hand 12 is West, so I want it to be 4 spades. And that is in the West. And the bidding, first of all, my partner, and I think you would too, you're going to bid 3 spades with a 7-card suit. And incidentally, north-south is vulnerable, east-west is not. So over to the north hand, the star is not really happy with what happened on the last hand and decides to go for hearts. That's kind of a little risky, isn't it? Now we know that we can see we don't have to worry about losing trick count, counting the suit quality on this one. We can see that hearts, they're not going to have 10 5 times against us. So the heart suit's good. You got 2 loser in clubs, 3 losers in diamonds, and another 2. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you would want to have only 5 losers, but hey, they made it very difficult with the 3 spades. And so I think that's probably the star bid very appropriately there. That's how he got to be world class, he or she. And over by moi, well, I've got ace 10 4 times and outside ace king. Good defensive tricks there, but I'm going to go to 4 spades. Right, if my partner has 7 and I've got 4, we're supposed to go to the level of what we have. And since we're not vulnerable, sure, I'm going to go to 4 spades. No questions asked. So they put a guessing game on us up in north there. And now to the south hand. South has got, well, I've got ace, king, queen 6 times. And south, they make a double. This is a little question mark. Question mark why? Because this may not take too many tricks. If we're short on diamonds, you don't think you're going to necessarily get a lot of tricks. But I guess they thought, well, partner's got these hearts and I've only got a double 10. But you don't have a lot of defensive tricks when your suit's that long. The longer that side suit is, the less likely you're going to take tricks in it, right? Right. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start playing it out. And the opening lead will be by the north hand. And yeah, you're certainly going to lead. And I guess I'm going to just have to remember as best I can what they played. An ace, my hand over on the right, if there's any question, is the dummy. And so I'm playing low. The double dummy is trying to play this hand. No, you would want to play high from high-low to let you know you have your partner, you have a doubleton. Your partner would say, it looks like a 6-3-2-2, or else it's a singleton. I don't know which yet, but I certainly will continue the suit. So you could go ahead and play a king. If you wanted to show your partner to come back in a certain suit, high suit, I guess you'd play high. If you low suit, that would say come back in a lower ranking suit later. But enough of that. Okay, play again. Okay, we know it's a 6-3-2-2. Now, I guess at this point you want to have them play the third one, and then Grace, did you have something?
No, not at all. Sorry, that was your iPad talking.
Okay, so at any rate, at this point we go ahead and let's see, play a heart. Do we have any better business? We're not looking for a rough, so yeah, I think play another heart. And south, you're not going to be roughing in, but you want to give a signal, so I guess you would probably do it with a 6 of diamonds, or else a low club, whichever way I think the low club is a little less ambiguous. 6 is kind of like, is that high or low? What is it? If a 2, I don't want clubs. Okay. So over here, you're obviously going to rough it, and you can see is that you're going to have for losers from the East Hand's perspective is you've got 1 diamond and 1 club. So you've lost 2, another 2 more. You're going to be going down 1. Not vulnerable, that's 100 points. And so the big question is how would they do their way? Was our preempt good? And the answer is you can see that they luckily have a double fit, which means we sort of had a double fit in the blacks. And you always like it when it's the blacks because you like it when you have the spade suit and you both have fits. So what are they going to lose? Well, obviously in 4 hearts, they're not going to lose any hearts. In clubs, they're going to lose 2 unless you can somehow have them play the ace-king and set something up. And in diamonds, nada. And in spades, nada, because there's a void over here. So at least at glance to me, it looks like it's going to be you're going to lose 2 tricks. So you would be able to make 650. So you got 100 because it was 4 spades doubled, 50 for going set because it was a doubled contract. You get another 50 is 100. So yeah, we'd in a match point game, we'd much rather give them 100 rather than them getting their 650. So yeah, it was a good match there, and I think we got a 60% there. So we made it through playing against 1 pro and 1 not so pro. But that's something I would just like you to consider is when you're playing is not be intimidated by your opponents. Play your best hands. You might learn something. That's okay. If you don't get a good result on one of them, maybe you learn something from them and that you'll do better next time yourself. So that's okay, but I hope that helps. And we are 37 after, and I'm going to do just a little quickie bonus, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap. Or do we have anything else that you had to say, Grace?
No new comments coming in. They're quiet today.
Okay. I think I have bot hand number 2. I think I showed bot hand number 1 yesterday. This is a fascinating hand. And so the auction goes as follows. We're not going to talk about them. You're just going to kind of look at them as it goes across. And it starts off with moi down in the south. When you're a robot opponents and partner, you're always heading south. So here I am in the south seat. And 5-4-3-1 with nice aces and an adjoining king. So it's going to be 1 club. And then it's a 1 diamond. Some of you may think should it be 2 diamonds, but with the outside hearts, 1 diamond is, I think, a great bid. And then it goes 1 heart by my partner. And then over here in the east seat, they pass. They do not bid 1 spade. Ooh, Grace.
Sorry.
And then after, no, they passed, yeah. And then I bid 1 spade because they didn't. So I have my 4 spades. 1 spade, and then they rebid 2 diamonds, which is great. Just perfect bidding by the bot over there. I should say that's the bot side over there. And then my partner goes 3 clubs. Yeah, I think so. You've got 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Yeah, but I don't know if that's game forcing in this auction. I think it is after 2 diamonds because you're on to the 3 level, a new suit, but it's at least highly semi-forcing. And then, do they want to do 3 diamonds? Yeah, they do 3 diamonds, but no, it's not set in that seat. 3 diamonds is by me. What? So, yeah, I've got 5 clubs too and 3 diamonds in the robot. You can look and see, what does this bid mean? If I'm going to bid 3 diamonds, and it says 3 diamonds means that I have 18 plus points. And it says I have 3 clubs, 3 hearts or less, and 4 or 5 spades. I don't think I'm going to have 5 spades. And so, at any rate, good. Okay, so 3 diamonds, that is what I want to bid. That's what the robot's going to think I'm supposed to be bidding. A pass over here. And my partner thinks a little bit and bids 3 spades. 3 spades. Heard me bid spades. Not so sure about 3 no trump. Not so feeling so good on the diamond. So okay, 3 spades, and I say sure. 3 no trump. So the auction finishes 3 no trump. No, my partner all of a sudden goes 6 clubs. The robots are doing it to me again, and so here I've got to do that again. Grace, got to have my face here. The robots are doing it to me again. 6 clubs. Come on. Well, it says you have 18 points, man, and I've got like some roughing values. And if you could do 3 no trump with this, then I've got a singleton. We're going to be in 6 clubs, sucker. Okay, 6 clubs it is. I'm going to talk to you afterwards, robot. What do you mean I can't talk to you? I want to talk to you after this is all over. But it turns out all was well, because as we take a look at the play of the cards, is that so they lead a king of diamonds. I win it with the ace. And now you remember our lesson that we've had a couple times, and that is, do I do a dummy reversal or not? You know, which is the hand that is the predominant hand? Grace.
Ed says he thought that only happened to him.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's, what do they have these advertisements on late night TV? Girls Gone Wild. This is Robots Gone Wild. So, okay. So let's take a look at the losers in South. Well, no losers. I'm in the North. No losers in clubs, because I've got the ace king. No losers in the heart suit if I play, but here he's got 3 to contend with, 3 roughs that way, and in clubs we've got the club suit taken care of. For my way, I've got the 2 diamonds that can be roughed, and 1. So either way, it's got about 3 losers, and we got the same amount of clubs, so I don't have to worry about this dummy reversal stuff. So here we go. We're off and running, and we played 1 heart first. Michael, what were you doing? Why did you take a finesse? You can win it. Well, because I like Eddie Cantor's wife, Yvonne. Eddie would say his wife sometimes when they were playing, when they were starting out, when she was learning to become a life master, he would ask, well, how many master points do you have? When it used to require 300. And she says, I don't know, about 284.37, something like that. So he said, but don't take practice finesses if you can just do a promotion. I felt very surely, and Shirley wasn't there, but I felt very surely that if this person did 1 diamond and 2 diamonds, and our points were, well, let's count them. We've got 6, another 7 is 13, and then, did I miss one? I'm going to go back here, see if I've missed any others. 6, 7, 13. Oh, yeah, the ace of diamonds. I was going to say, I knew I had more than that. So I've got a handful there. And over here, my partner's got 6, 7, 8, 13. This person has to have all the cards over in the east hand, so I felt very confident that it wasn't going to be like a singleton king by West. That was a little bit bold of me in retrospect. You know, you only have 5 minutes to play each hand. And we're kind of, in this case, it's like, I don't know, I'm going to just go ahead and make a play. So yeah, I could have just as easily just roughed it out, but I took a chance there, I will admit, and I wouldn't suggest that you do that. So you can see that plays like a piano. You know, one of these player pianos, they call it a pianola. Sometimes it plays like a pianola. And yeah, we have not 12, but 13 tricks. So, Robot, I'm sorry, whatever I said about you, you judged the hand very well, and I didn't see that, but in this case, +1 for the bots. So, okay, I think that is about it for today. Grace, come on over here, and let's go ahead and do a proper outro. And so, tell us a little bit about, I want to just tune in one more time on what's going on tomorrow. Now, we're going to have some Q&A, is that right?
We are going to have some Q&A, and I've gone ahead and put up the address here at the top of the screen. So if you'd like to send us the questions, or I should say me, because he's not going to know them ahead of time. So
what? Oh, that's the deal, huh?
Yes, that's the deal.
Okay, I'll do it hot off the press as we hear them tomorrow. So how do you want to order those? I mean,
Make 'em
you're the
good.
bridge bro. Oh, just
'em
make
good.
them good.
You guys know what to do. I trust you.
Okay, she'll just go ahead and look for your leadership, guidance, and counsel. So that'll be fun tomorrow. And then I might do a couple more bot hands, depending upon people are bashful. Or would it be unethical if we don't get many questions if I just made some up and made it sound like they were from them?
How about if I make them up?
Ooh,
How about if I use Google
Ooh.
and say top questions on bridge?
Yeah, stump the chump. No, we're not going to do that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the show today. And in, I guess, retrospect is that, so when you're playing against better or worse players, yeah, that might be an environmental factor. Don't abuse it, though. And yet, I gotta say, if you're playing in duplicate bridge, they're the sharks. And if they say, these novices that are playing against us, if everybody else takes advantage of them in terms of, playing their best game, maybe overbidding a little bit, knowing they won't be doubled, and it doesn't happen at your table, then you're going to get a lesser result. So I guess you have to play your best bridge. And when it comes playing against some opponents that are much better than you, it cuts both ways. So also probably in rubber bridge this happens. I know that when I used to play rubber bridge with some of the people here in our town, and there would be somebody that would overbid, and I would make a double for penalty, and they would kind of look at me like, what? That's not very gentlemanly. Well, it was my contract, and you went too high, so, I'm sorry, but I've got to get as many points as we can for you making your indiscretion. Like, oh, okay. And you hope you'll be invited back next time. So be careful with that.
So just to go ahead before closing and acknowledge that Dave has said that the show has been very educational all month. Thank you. Well, we thank you guys for being here and being so loyal. We really appreciate you.
So just on that note, we'll talk to you more about this, but Grace and I have been talking about, what format should we do in the coming months. So look for some twists and turns in terms of making sure we give our members the best benefits. And then also we really appreciate for those of you who are just free members or maybe not members at all for coming by, and your views and your comments do help us to get more elevation. I think we got 600 impressions on YouTube yesterday. So that was nice. And, a better part of a couple hundred views already. So thank you very much for participating.
Which reminds me, if you get an opportunity, there's a little thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that, because every time you hit it, it gives us a
thumb
bump.
that's up? Oh, yeah.
The thumbs up.
Yeah, so we like engagement, your questions, your comments, and maybe we'll even get somebody to dial in on our conference bridge tomorrow. We'll see.
Maybe.
All righty, you guys have a wonderful evening, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Until then,
happy trails to you.
Happy trails.
Until we meet again.
Bye-bye.
Peace out. Bye for now. Happy trails to you until we meet.